if you could talk about what happened on Monday when you delivered a baby.
Well, we got a call from the hospital for a stat transfer, which means a patient has to go to the hospital in Worcester rapidly. So we get the call for a patient that was in labor. We went to the hospital. We talked to the doctor. It was determined that patient was in labor and she needed to be brought to UMass Memorial Hospital due to parents not having labor, maternity board. So we loaded the patient up. Everything was perfect. Patient was having contractions, but she was acting fine, having some pain. As we went to the hospital, we're on Route 20. Things were still going fine, taking blood pressures and talking to her. I was kind of coaching her through breathing and through her contractions. As we get further and further towards Auburn, she started telling me that they were getting closer together and stronger. I tried to, again, talk her through the breathing process, where at one point she told me that the baby was coming. The baby was on her way out, so Matt was driving, so I had to bang on the window, tell him to pull over. So he pulled over on Route 20, at the corner of 56 and Route 20. By the time Matt actually pulled over, the baby's head was already out. Matt got out of the truck, came around, he opened the door. As soon as he stepped in, the rest of the body was delivered. It was a very simple, easy delivery. The baby was perfect, pink, crying, yawning, eyes open, sucking on my finger. So at that point, all I had to do was cover the baby up, put the baby on the mother's belly, and then after a few minutes, I cut the umbilical cord, and then we continued into Worcester. That's really what I did.
What were you thinking when this all happened?
Well, I was thinking not now. As great as it was to do it, it's nice to say they were delivered in a hospital, but I don't want to sound cliche, but it's what we trained for. It was textbook. I was just literally praying that, when the baby came out, it was going to breathe on its own, it's going to move on its own. And that's really what I was thinking. It was just, you get kind of tunnel vision, I couldn't even tell you where I was on the road. I was just with the patient, with the baby. Matt would yell out every once in a while where we were so I could make my calls to the hospital to tell them what was happening. But it was very simple, really. Childbirth, I believe, we only there to assist. And this was a perfect assist.
And I understand that it just so happened to be your birthday, Matthew, on this day.
Turned 22, so it's kind of cool. First thing in the morning. Like I said, he pretty much did everything. I give him all the props in the world, give him great patient care to the mother, and then the baby. So, like I said, he did awesome.
Had either of you been involved in something like this previously?
I've been involved in a couple close calls. I had one that was delivered in the house that we got there right after. We had to treat the baby and then bring them to the hospital. And then we've also delivered a mother to the hospital, and she delivered literally 2 minutes after we got there. So really close calls. This is truly my first delivery in the field.
I